Hello, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in New Zealand's numismatic history, the 1989 no-mint mark Queen Elizabeth 5-cents coin. You may have seen one of these coins in your collection, or perhaps you've come across one while browsing coin shops or online marketplaces. But have you ever wondered about its rarity, its history, and its current value? The 1989 New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 5-cents coin is often a subject of curiosity for collectors around the world. To the untrained eye, it might appear like just another ordinary piece of currency from the late 20th century. However, a closer look reveals that this coin is far more than that. To truly appreciate the value of this coin, we first need to understand the historical backdrop. The 5-cents coin, which was part of New Zealand's regular circulation, was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most iconic monarchs in history. The design of the coin was introduced in 1967 as part of a series of new decimal coins. The 5-cents piece featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and a stylized image of a kiwi bird on the reverse. This coin was produced in various years with both mint marks and without them. In 1989, New Zealand's economy was undergoing several changes, with the country transitioning from the old imperial system to a modern, market-driven economy. The 5-cents coin was still part of everyday circulation, but by the late 1980s, the country's coinage system was beginning to shift towards smaller denominations, especially as the 1 and 2 cent coins were eventually phased out in 1990. What sets the 1989 New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 5-cents coin apart from other coins of its time is its distinct feature, the absence of a mint mark. Typically, New Zealand coins produced during this period included a mint mark to indicate where they were made. The mint mark would generally be a small letter, either P for the Perth Mint in Australia or W for the Wellington Mint in New Zealand. However, in 1989, an unusual situation occurred. Some of the 5-cents coins struck that year were released without any mint mark. The exact reasons behind the omission are still unclear, but experts speculate that it was likely due to a change in minting practices or an oversight in production. The lack of a mint mark on these coins makes them incredibly rare. Most coins produced in 1989 carry a mint mark, but only a small number of them were produced without it. As a result, collectors started to take notice of this variation, and demand for these no-mint mark coins quickly began to rise. By the 1990s, the 1989 no-mint mark 5-cents coin had become highly sought after in the numismatic community. It was considered a variety coin, one that had a unique characteristic not typically found in other coins of the same year. The rarity of this coin, combined with the growing interest in New Zealand's coinage history, has only fueled its desirability among collectors. So, what is the value of the 1989 no-mint mark New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 5-cents coin? As with many rare coins, its value can vary based on several factors, such as its condition, rarity, and the current market demand. Coins in near mint or mint condition tend to command higher prices, while those with wear and tear may be worth less. In 2025, collectors are still willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples of this rare variety. In general, the 1989 no-mint mark 5-cents coin can range in value from around $50 to $150, depending on its condition. However, for coins in pristine condition or those with exceptional provenance, prices can reach up to $200 or more. As of 2025, the market for rare New Zealand coins, particularly varieties like the 1989 no-mint mark 5-cents coin, is experiencing a resurgence. The growing interest in global numismatic markets and the increasing popularity of online auctions has pushed prices higher for rare and unique coins. Furthermore, as collectors continue to seek out unique pieces of numismatic history, the value of these rare coins is expected to continue appreciating. While it's impossible to predict with certainty, many experts believe that over the next few years, the value of the 1989 no-mint Mark 5 cents coin could increase by 10 to 20%, especially if fewer coins are discovered and as collectors continue to chase after this elusive variety. Identifying the 1989 no-mint Mark 5 cents coin is fairly straightforward if you know what to look for. The most important feature to check is, of course, the absence of a mint mark. Inspect the reverse side of the coin carefully. If there is no P or W mint mark, then you've likely got a valuable variety on your hands. To further authenticate your coin, you can take it to a professional numismatist or have it graded by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). Grading your coin will not only verify its authenticity but also help you determine its precise market value based on its condition. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting to explore the world of rare coins, the 1989 no-mint Mark New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 5 cents coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Its rarity, historical significance, and increasing market demand make it a prized possession for any collection. As we move further into 2025, this coin's value is only expected to grow, making it a solid investment for the future. The 2006 no-mint Mark Queen Elizabeth 10 cents coin. If you've stumbled upon one of these rare pieces in your collection or perhaps in your pocket change, you might be sitting on a small treasure. We will explore the rich history, rarity, current value, and market trends of this fascinating coin, shedding light on why it has become one of the more mysterious and valuable coins to collectors in 2025. To understand the value and rarity of the 2006 no-mint Mark New Zealand 10 cents coin, we first need to take a brief look at its history. The coin was part of New Zealand's regular coinage series and features a familiar design. On the obverse, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Raphael Maclauf. This portrait of the Queen has been used on New Zealand coins since 1986 and is one of the most recognizable features on the country's currency. On the reverse side of the 10 cents coin, you'll find a stylized image of a native New Zealand bird, the fantail, or piwakawaka. This design, created by artist and engraver W.R. William Brown, was first introduced in 1967 and has remained a consistent feature of New Zealand's 10 cents coinage. While the 10 cents coin has been a staple of New Zealand currency for decades, the real intrigue around the 2006 version stems from a small yet significant detail: the absence of the mint mark. For most of New Zealand's coins, a mint mark is added to indicate where the coin was struck, whether it be from the Royal Australian Mint, the Royal Mint in the UK, or elsewhere. In 2006, New Zealand's government planned to issue a series of 10 cents coins. Most of these coins were struck at the Royal Australian Mint, and typically, coins produced at that facility bear a P mint mark, signifying their origin. However, a small number of 2006 10 cents coins were struck without a mint mark, and this anomaly quickly caught the attention of collectors. At first glance, the coin appears identical to other 10 cents coins from the same year. But upon closer inspection, the lack of the mint mark on certain pieces makes them rare and highly desirable. This unique feature has fueled a growing demand among coin collectors, making the 2006 no-mint mark coin one of the most intriguing pieces of modern New Zealand coinage. The rarity of the 2006 no-mint mark 10 cents coin lies in its extremely limited mintage. While exact production numbers are difficult to confirm, estimates suggest that only a very small number of these coins were ever struck without a mint mark. This makes it one of the rarest varieties of the 10-cent coin ever issued in New Zealand. Given that the mint mark is a standard feature on the majority of New Zealand coins, the absence of it on some of the 2006 10-cent coins was likely an error or oversight during production. However, this mistake only adds to the appeal and the rarity, as coin errors are often considered highly collectible. Coin errors are not uncommon in the numismatic world, but when they involve widely circulated coins like the 10 cents, their scarcity drives demand even higher. For collectors, the allure of a coin with an error or unusual characteristic like a missing mint mark can elevate its value significantly. Since the discovery of the missing mint mark, the value of this coin has steadily risen. In 2025, the market for this particular coin has evolved significantly. Depending on its condition, a 2006 no-mint mark 10-cent coin can range in value from around $50 to $250 NZD for a coin in average circulated condition. However, coins that are in uncirculated or pristine condition, especially those that are graded and certified, can fetch prices upwards of $500 to $1,000 NZD at auction. Coins with higher grades, such as MS-65 or better, are in particularly high demand. These coins often attract collectors who are looking for well-preserved pieces to add to their collections, and as a result, they command premium prices. The reason for these higher valuations is partly driven by the rarity of the coin, but also by the growing interest in New Zealand coinage in the global market. As collectors from around the world become more interested in niche numismatic items, coins like the 2006 no-mint mark 10-cent coin are viewed not just as collectibles, but as investments. First and foremost, the coin represents a rare piece of New Zealand's numismatic history. Its unique minting error is part of the story, but so is its connection to the country's modern currency system and its continued role in daily life. The fact that such an error was made on a coin that was widely circulated only adds to its mystique. Secondly, the 2006 no-mint mark 10-cent coin fits into the larger trend of global collectors seeking rare and unusual items. The world of numismatics is filled with enthusiasts who are always on the lookout for rare pieces with historical significance. And the 2006 no-mint mark coin has certainly captured the imagination of the community. To sum it up, the 2006 no-mint mark New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 10-cent coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a piece of New Zealand's numismatic history, filled with rarity, intrigue, and value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just stumbled upon this coin, it's clear that this small but mighty coin has a place in the hearts of collectors, and in the market, for years to come. If you've found a 2006 no-mint mark coin in your collection, it might just be time to get it appraised or even consider selling it at auction. And if you haven't found one yet, keep your eyes peeled, you never know when this elusive treasure might come your way. The 2008 New Zealand no-mint mark Queen Elizabeth 20-cent coin. Will cover the history, the significance of the no-mint mark feature, how it became so rare, its value and rarity over time, and what it's worth in today's market in 2025. If you're holding on to this coin, or thinking about adding it to your collection, stick around as we dive into this intriguing piece of New Zealand's numismatic history. The 20-cent coin in New Zealand has a long history, with the original designs dating back to the country's decimalisation in 1967. Prior to this, New Zealand used British-style pre-decimal currency. Over time, the Royal Mint in London and the Royal Australian Mint began minting New Zealand's coinage. The 2008 coin marks an interesting moment in New Zealand's numismatic history, as it was part of a series of annual coin issues. What makes the 2008 20-cent piece particularly noteworthy, however, is the absence of a mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This was a significant departure from most other coins in the series, which would typically feature a mint mark to indicate the location where the coin was produced. New Zealand coins would have either a P for Perth Mint in Australia, or L for the Royal Mint in London, to show where the coin was minted. However, 2008 was an exception, and this lack of mint mark has become a defining characteristic of the coin. This error sparked curiosity among collectors, as it wasn't a standard practice for New Zealand coins to be issued without a mint mark. Let's address the burning question: why does the 2008 New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 20-cent coin not have a mint mark? Well, the reasons behind the absence of a mint mark are not entirely clear. Some numismatic experts believe it was an unintentional oversight during production, while others argue that it could have been a deliberate move to commemorate the ongoing reign of Queen Elizabeth II without reference to any particular mint, regardless of the cause. What is clear is that the no mint mark 2008 20-cent coin stands out because it is one of the few New Zealand coins in circulation during this time that lacks a mint mark. This, of course, has made it a subject of great interest and intrigue for coin collectors and enthusiasts. In the same year, New Zealand also began transitioning from the traditional minting process to a more modern approach, with the Royal Australian Mint taking over the majority of coin production, especially following the economic challenges of the late 2000s. The absence of a mint mark may have also been linked to these changes in minting processes, but the true reason remains a matter of speculation. While the 20-cent coin is not particularly rare in terms of the number of coins produced, the 2008 no mint mark version is an exception. At the time of its release, most New Zealand coins still carried a mint mark, and coins without one were considered unusual, making this particular 20-cent piece highly sought after by collectors. Over the years, collectors began to recognize its scarcity and started to appreciate its uniqueness. The 2008 no mint mark Queen Elizabeth 20-cent coin is often classified as a error coin or a variety coin, which increases its desirability. Error coins and varieties often fetch higher prices due to their rarity and the inherent interest they generate in the numismatic world. These types of coins also tend to appreciate over time, particularly if they are kept in good condition. The 2008 no mint mark coin gained traction within the international numismatic community, with collectors from around the world seeking to add this rare piece to their collections. Additionally, the fact that it features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most iconic monarchs in history, adds an additional layer of historical and cultural value to the coin. As with all coins, the value of a specific piece can fluctuate depending on various factors, including its rarity, condition, and the current state of the market. In general, the 2008 no mint mark 20-cent coin is considered highly valuable, especially in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. In 2025, collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for this coin, primarily due to its rarity and the historical significance attached to it. As of the latest market reports in 2025, the coin in average circulated condition typically fetches around $20 to $50, though prices can vary. Coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition can see values upwards of $100 or more. For example, a coin in near mint condition, free from scratches and blemishes, could easily fetch $150 or even higher at auction. Some rare varieties or coins with unique features might even go for several $100s. It's important to note that, just like any collectible, the value is also affected by demand. As the numismatic community continues to recognize the rarity and significance of this coin, its value could continue to increase, particularly as collectors and investors search for pieces that stand out in their collections. Identifying the 2008 New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 20-cent coin with no mint mark is relatively straightforward, but there are a few things to keep in mind. On the obverse side, you'll see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and on the reverse side, you'll notice the typical design of a New Zealand 20-cent coin, featuring a native New Zealand plant or flower. The key feature you'll want to look for is the absence of the mint mark near the bottom of the reverse side. This is the defining characteristic of the 2008 version and is what distinguishes it from other coins produced in the same year. The no mint mark version should be easy to spot once you know what to look for. In terms of grading, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect uncirculated, using terms like good, fine, very fine, and mint state. A coin that is well preserved, with clear details and minimal wear, will command a higher price in the market. If you're unsure about the grade of your coin, it's always a good idea to consult a professional numismatist or use a grading service to get an official evaluation. As we move through 2025 and beyond, it's likely that the value of the coin will continue to appreciate, especially as more collectors and investors discover the rarity of the piece. The continued interest in rare coins, along with the growing appreciation for coins with historical significance, will likely lead to steady demand. However, as with any investment in collectibles, it's important to remember that the market can fluctuate. Prices may rise and fall based on supply and demand, market trends, and the overall economy. That said, the rarity of the 2008 no mint mark 20-cent coin suggests that it's a solid piece to hold onto for the long term. The 2008 New Zealand Queen Elizabeth 20-cents coin without a mint mark is a rare and highly collectible piece that has earned its place in the world of numismatics. Its historical significance, coupled with its rarity and unique characteristics, make it a coin that continues to capture the interest of collectors in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin is one worth keeping an eye on. If you happen to own one, you may be holding onto a valuable piece of history that could continue to appreciate in value over time. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into this fascinating coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Until next time, happy collecting.